it's just what we want, isn't it?
Huh?
It's just what we want.
Yeah, it's gonna stick though.
So I've had to put this tape on here. Gemma keeps cutting herself on it. And in order for us to pass the health and safety thing, I need to put a frame on this. It's going to go up to the ceiling, but from that corner up, and from that corner up, and from that corner up, this is all going to get boarded out from floor to ceiling. So then this will be an enclosed space, and she's going to have some covers that go over the top of it. We don't know yet if it's going to be a couple of doors that you can move over or boards that you can take off, but basically on a night when we finish, before we let the animals back out, the all that will be enclosed, which would be nice. So it's a bit windy. It's Saturday and Gemma's not opening up today. She's decided that because it's going to be so stormy all weekend. Oh, come on, yeah, get out of the way. Go, move. Thank you. Go on. Because it's going to be so... Jaeger, go! Because it's going to be so stormy over the weekend, she's decided not to even open, so we can get some work done, and I'm going to start putting that frame up for that, what I've just been talking about. But at the moment, there is... It's starting to get a bit windy out there, and we are on the windy mile. So I have to go out and the solar panels keep banging in the wind. Probably hear it in the camera now. So it keeps doof doof when you get a bit of a gust. So I'm going to put some rope underneath it. Yeah, it's about 100 and something foot. Look at that. The only thing you can see on a night time. A big square building in the darkness. On guard, aren't you, mate? Properly on guard.
Maybe now it's waiting for the next.
The dreaded GRB. These people that drive these big ones, they're usually part of a club that says HBBC on the back. I presume that's Hull Boating something club. But around here we've got the SYBC, which is South Yorkshire Boating Club, and they we have a name for them on the water, which I can't say on my channel without it affecting. I'll probably get banned, but you can imagine they come out on bank holidays and sunny weekends, flying down the cut, think they can moor anywhere, argue with everybody, go to the pub, get drunk, and then fly back the next day 20 mile an hour. And even though this locks down at the moment, I don't know if you can see the red light there in the distance. Even though the lock's down at the moment, they're still going to try and go through it. And that's the sort of people these people are. I realised last week that I was a bit miserable. And I'm going to try not to do that again. I can't have this channel just turning into one of those things where I just moan all the time. There's some wonderful things in my life. Gemma being one of them. On our honeymoon. And I shouldn't be so miserable. I get to see lots of decent things every day. I get to see bits of the countryside that others don't see. King's Road is quite nice. I mean, they do call it the Windy Mile for a reason. But there is times when it's nice and calm and lovely and sunny, and because you can see for miles around, it's just a lovely area to sit in for the scenery and the clouds. You can generally see the weather rolling in from the distance, but there's nothing here. The Google reviews will tell you. The Google reviews will tell you what it's like here. There's some quite funny. I do like reading the Google reviews. I do like reading the Google reviews because sometimes there's some corkers. You can tell people just can't be bothered with the world sometimes, and it shows in their comments. But that's what I mean about I should stop being miserable. There's not many people that have this as their view from their window, well, from their hatch. There's not many people that have this from the view from their house. And I need to start counting my blessings, I think. You been a naughty boy? You been a naughty boy? Pretty sure your mum said stay. Left her all the way over there. Come here. So, hello. What are you doing out there? This is where the bread comes from. Excuse me. Let me have my coffee. That's a dog. Come here. Whoa. Come on. Jaeger. So this is the calm before the storm. It's been raining on and off all week. But today it's Thursday and it's meant to be peeing it down all day long. It's been raining most of the night. We've got like an hour off. It does actually say that it's raining at the moment, but it isn't. But the chance of rain all day long. And this was meant to be our first opening day since last Friday because we didn't open last weekend because of the weather. And it doesn't look like today or tomorrow we're going to be opening up. So this is Kings Road Lock. I think it's about 150 foot long, probably a bit longer. I can't be arsed reading it up. Yeah. But it's been down all week, and the trouble with these electric locks is I think it's the sensors, so it won't open until it's at a certain height, or it basically tells where the water is. And when they're working, they're lovely and convenient, but when they're not working, they're a pain. And if I take you over here to the other side to the box, come on. If I take you over to the other side here, there's a box there. This is where there's one at each side. Jaeger, you're doing chewing your bum. Go. Take you over here. Come here, this way. This way. So there's these boxes. And we've come to a few of these before, and there's been a key stuck in the lock. Because when something goes wrong, it won't let you have your key back until it's done its full. There's lights that come up here and tell you when and where to press certain buttons, and open the gates, open the sluices. And if something goes wrong, it won't let you have your key back until you've finished. So if something goes wrong while your key's in it, it won't let you through, and it won't let you get your key back until the CRT come out and sort it out. So we've actually come to a few of these before, and there's been a broken off key in the hole, in the keyhole, where somebody's just got frustrated and gone, I'll take my bloody keys back. And it's been a couple of times that's happened, and there's been a couple of times where our keys got trapped, but we've been sensible enough just to wait for the CRT to turn up. Well, I never knew this field was this big. I always thought it was just that little bit over there, but now down here, it used to be where the back of that boat is in the centre. These were all normal moorings where you could just come up and moor up. And then just after we got our boat, our last boat, they changed these to residential. Well, not residential, but leisure moorings. Come on. And it used to just be that side that was the leisure moorings, but which is why we're relegated to sitting up the top, because if we don't, you end up underneath that bridge. Where the leisure moorings stop just before the bridge. You can moor just this side of it and just the other side of it by a few hundred metres that way. But the trouble there is, as you've seen, there's a big gravel barge that goes down 5 days a week. The trouble with mooring here, as you can see, even though it's a good 60-70 foot width, as I've already said, they call it the Windy Mile for a reason. And when that the one that's going, the big barge is going through here, the lock isn't open, they have to slow down. So there's been a few times where it's nearly gone into people, and it has hit a few boats. Not really their fault. So that village over there in the distance is Altofts, and King's Road is part of Altofts. All this area, all the way back that way to the end, and all the way back up to Stanley Ferry is Altofts. So the spud boat's down here, and that white boat that's behind that bush there is Pendlewich the Sweet Boat. And I think for the next few weeks we're going to be following them, because the spud boat does spuds, the sweet boat does sweets, and we do hot dogs and burgers and sandwiches. So it's a nice mix of people, mix of boats. So we thought we'd follow them for a few weeks and we can all play off each other's following. The spud boat's got a massive following, and they're constantly selling out at the moment. And to be honest with you, we need the customers. And if we can be next to other boats that are going to attract customers, then brilliant. But I think they've set up today. I don't know if they know it's peeing it down. And this used to be the old lock entrance to the river. It's about a mile that way now. But you can see where the old used to be the entrance. See where the old lock gates used to be, which is really weird to me, because we come off this river right down there, and I mean it obviously winds all the way around. Come here, wait, no. And another interesting fact, I don't know if it's true or not, but that little square thing in the middle of that farmer's field, somebody told me it used to be a mine shaft. Don't know if anybody can tell me whether that's true or not. You get in, mate. Not even bothered, are you? Get your willy out. Come on, then. Good boy.